Good morning, everyone. It is now September 18th, and amazing how September's just flying by. It'll be October before you know it. The rains will start, the fields will get green, and that's always a fabulous time of year. And I'm out doing a wonderful walk with these two gorgeous puppies who are very active and don't seem to take a downtime at all, which is fine. So if I circle back and I think about my life when I became a broker with UBS in San Francisco, it was back in the dot-com era when Apple and Dell and Cisco and all those companies were doing so well, and everything was going up each day. And there was no thought of a downturn. Everything, the word of the day was momentum. And momentum drove everyone's activity. And it even drove a lot of physicians that I knew to quit their practices and decide to just take all their assets and create trading accounts and trade. I had just become a broker, and I was honored to be given an exceptional opportunity to learn about the markets. I went with a bunch of the physicians that I knew to Golden Gate University, and we studied under two gentlemen. Their names were Hank Pruden and Harvey Barabon. Probably the best of the best of the best. We carried rulers everywhere. We went to San Francisco and we'd studied 2 or 3 nights a week the Wyckoff method. We studied gaps and everything that was critical to movements of the stock market. We wrote up analysis and we learned, and all of us together in one group. We did it 3 days a week, and then every Saturday it was the group of us would go to Silicon Valley and hang out in a hotel room and study the stock market. And for 1998, 1999, and 2000, we all thought we were invincible. And some of us who were brand new at all of this, because we'd been healthcare professionals all our lives and we were into caring for and saving lives, truly had no idea. We talked about risk, we talked about volatility, we talked about the importance of managing risk, and we talked about the objective of staying safe and following client objectives carefully. One day, one of my dearest clients, who was a Stanford grad, who used to call me Excelsior, he said, "Jan, the market is turning, and I see it in the movements. I see it in the volatility. I see it in the buys and sells. And I see it in the stock movements." And we pulled his money out. And that was a good thing. I had no idea what was about to happen. And this wonderful gentleman called his day, pulled his money out back in 2000. Yet sometimes when we think that we're always going to see roses, we have a really hard time believing that something else will happen. Well, it did. The market fell, and the market went down drastically, creating such a flurry of activity on the downturn that losses were superb, to say the least. breathtaking to say the least. Sad in many, 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 many ways. So why do I say all this, and what does this all mean? Well, number one, balanced portfolio theory is key. Even though we think that one thing is really important, balanced portfolio theory is key. Making sure that whatever we do is balanced is key. So 60% stocks, 40% bonds, putting oneself in an S&P portfolio and adding some security, including life insurance, which has a liquidity value way beyond what the normal investor knows anything about. And I think that it's something that we all must explore. This true liquidity of insurance. And we talk about achieving human life value. So, what is your human life valued at? Is it 5 million? Is it 10 million? So, therefore, as a result, does one need to get term for the majority because of the cost and then whole life for the remainder? That's up to you. And that's after a very careful and strategic assessment of your life, what you want to achieve, and how much life insurance you need. Do you have a house that you need to cover? Do you have a career that you need to cover? Do you need children that you need to cover? Let's say you get sick and you can't work. Okay? What are you going to do? A couple years ago, I was diagnosed with transverse myelitis. I couldn't move my legs. I was admitted into the trauma unit. And I was started on IVIG. I have a number of friends that have been diagnosed with cancer. And within 11 months, they were dead. And I don't think their families even know what happened or hit them. So what I've learned as I get old is that I've changed my investment philosophy. And as I mentor people, as I teach people, as I help healthcare professionals who only care for other people to grow and mature in their wealth accumulation, it's as we do with a patient assessment. We investigate first. Mindset, status. We investigate your unique situation. Following that, we protect. I've never been so trunched, whatever the word is. I've never been so sure that we need protection first. And I am 1,000,000% sure protection must come first. And there's so many reasons why, and I can share those with you in so many ways. But the whole life will provide a death benefit. The whole life will provide cash value. It is non-taxable. And it's a really interesting way to shield oneself not only from taxes, but to grow a safety net and a liquidity net that matters. And then add to that, as we grow the tree, all these trees planted by my mom and I. I love trees, you can see. But I find it really, really important and a bit stimulating in many ways to learn about the market. And so fundamental and technical analysis are also key to survival. And the market these days has been on a ripping roar. And we don't know, and nor can we predict. Interest rates have come down, what will happen. But AI, technology, biotech, fundamentally strong companies will always lead. People with money will always lead. I say get strong, be strong, connect. I will hold you accountable. And if you can't, I will see it right away. And that's good and bad, because all you need to do is look at yourself and know if you're capable of doing this. I'm here. I'm going to turn this around because I think it's so important to get financially fit so we can all retire. And I don't think I can turn this around. Anyway, I hope you have a wonderful day, and let's keep learning, let's keep growing. Maybe the next time I'll show you a chart or two, and we'll go through Yahoo Finance, and we'll just take a look at something. We'll build cash value and show you the difference between what happens if we allow 80 to 90% of our money be dwindled away, or if we systematically save 20 to 30% in a very disciplined manner. We don't have to do this alone. We can do this together. And so I think that that's where we'll stop today. We're just going to do this together. Have a lovely day. Thank you. Bye.